Kieran, how difficult was it to play a character who I'm assuming you didn't have, you know, you've got to do your research as you start to do this, but you don't have much knowledge of this situation. You're trying to be in this a daughter, just a daughter, not a daughter who's worried about being a victim, just a daughter, but knowing that there's this feeling in the family, in the background, in the community.
Yeah, it was quite a difficult project, emotionally and physically, but the thing that made it most harrowing for me was the constant reminder that this was just me acting, and that actually it's a problem, and there's young people in the UK and around the world that live through this every day. So yeah, it was a difficult thing to film, but
it's a responsibility as well, I imagine, to portray this. And Vina, you'd have experienced this as well, because, like you say, the tabloids or the media overall, they can sensationalise this, and it can seem very dramatic, but often it's small steps towards an often bigger situation.
Yeah, I think, I mean, what you find is that a lot of people who are caught up in this don't actually realise that's happening to them. So I think what's useful about a drama like this is it makes even what seems like quite a loving relationship show how that can turn very quickly, and I think that's important to put across.
It comes on the back, doesn't it, of the hugely successful and award-winning Murdered by My Boyfriend, which you saw, Kieran, and did that sort of help you to want to get involved, because you've seen how that had been treated and how that story had been portrayed? Yeah,
definitely, because it brought to light that the issue of domestic abuse, and it made the young girl involved in it just a very accessible character and very relatable, and it really brought to light that it's an issue that anybody around you could be going through, and it's very easily done, and you can easily slip into a relationship like that without you even knowing, and that's why, yeah, it was really fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's great about Murdered by My Boyfriend is that, again, I think people's idea of what that looks like is very particular, and they think, oh, well, of course you'd get out of that before anything that terrible could happen, but actually it's not that simple, and actually you sort of trap yourself in your own emotional state very easily.
Was it a big challenge to write this?
Yeah, absolutely. It was my first piece of television, so in that sense it was as well. But mostly it was that sense of responsibility, both in terms of the factual elements and the moral element, because you have, I feel, a duty when you're writing a piece of drama. You have a duty to every character in the script, and you want them all to come across as fully fleshed and human, but at the same time, you know, one of those people will end up committing a monstrous act, and it is trying to find a way that balances that person's inherent humanity with not letting what they do be trivial or explained away as something that is okay, because obviously it's not.
Well, for what it's worth, we both thought
powerful piece.
You got it right, and you showed that humanity despite the fact that it's an unforgivable crime. So thank you very much for talking.
Although we are not spoiling anything.